What's up, guys? How you feeling? Happy Monday. Really, for the young men in particular, I'm going to be doing an interview this evening. And one of the things I want to focus on is the benefits that young men receive when they choose to go into the military. You know, one of the hardest things I think in this country right now is for a young man to forge his path to come into his purpose. The resources, the support you need, especially when you look like us, it's really hard to come by. Our communities don't provide it, and typically it looks like a lot of times our families don't either. But if you go into the U.S. military, I stand by that is the best paying in terms of career growth and scope. I still believe that's the best job on the market for any man, regardless of your color, creed, religion. They're gonna do the best by you. No one else can argue that. You go into the military, you'll have enough to take care of your living expenses. You'll have something to save for the future. You'll get time off. You'll get to travel. You get everything. I don't think there's other companies that you don't need a hope and prayer to get into, at least, that can offer as many great benefits and resources and support. You know, I be honest. When I look back at it, I went into the military after one of my closest friends passed away. I needed a change of scenery. I needed something different, and I was getting really tired of working at the bank, and so that's what got me into the military. I did have a fear of deploying, going to war, and really being away from my family. And the funny thing about deploying, the fear was never about what would happen to me over there. It was the separation of communication between my family and my loved ones. And it's kind of one of the things I talk about when I often say, man, sometimes, if I knew things were going to be like this, I would have done things differently, because that fear would have been removed if I knew over time the way we communicate would have evolved to this. I would have been fine on my own. In fact, sometimes I miss it. But I'm going to find one of my battle buddies that I went to basic training with. We're going to sit down and chat it up and talk about some of the real rich resources and benefits the military can provide you. Remember, we're bipartisan here, so this ain't about, your political party. This is about your life and purpose. That's what this information is for. Anything else is just a distraction.